Hi everybody, I guess welcome to my YouTube channel, Dancing Diamond. So I'm here today to go ahead and cover some things when it comes to being an exotic dancer that I know a lot of new dancers and even just some current dancers that have been dancing for a few years have been wondering about. So let me go ahead and start in with first and foremost. Being a dancer, you are technically an independent contractor, meaning you can go ahead and file your taxes and be an exotic dancer. Being an exotic dancer is not a payroll job. You are working strictly based on tips. So travel is a really good thing, and also buying your own material is a really good thing, and keeping your own receipts and everything else like that for backs and everything. Good to go. Well, first and foremost, when you go ahead and start dancing, you definitely want to make sure that you're at least going to the gym a little bit, at least maybe 2 times out of the week, because you will be using your thigh muscles a lot, your thigh muscles, your upper arm muscles, and a lot of your core as well. And if you go in being a new dancer and you haven't hit the gym, you have not bothered working out, nothing like that, you are going to be sore coming home from work. You're going to be sore the next day and the next couple of days after that. So I just want to go ahead and put that out there. Make sure you hit up a gym and make sure that you get yourself properly prepared like that. You don't have to have the perfect body. You don't have to have the perfect face. You really don't. You don't have to be perfect. And that's what a lot of new people, a lot of new dancers, they get confused and they get this impression that, you know, they have to be super skinny. They have to immediately know how to do pole tricks. You have to immediately know how to work on the ground, meaning floor dancing, not being on the pole. And you know, it's not really the case, to be honest with you. A lot of guys really do like simplicity. I mean, granted, if you can work on a pole, good for you, great. Work your hustle, roll your magic, do what you need to do. But there are a lot of guys that don't expect that high-end activity. A lot of guys really don't. So don't knock yourself down if you can't do it. Me personally, I love to work on a pole. I absolutely can work on a pole better than I do on groundwork. So that's just me personally. I've been dancing since I was 18 years old, and I mean, I'm like 25 now, so I've been dancing for a few years, so I have a little bit of experience in that field. So that being said, when you go into the club, any club, at least here in Ohio, because, you know, I'm here in Ohio, come to the clubs down here. First and foremost, you walk in, they're going to check you out, you know, they're going to take your ID. There's some places that do take your social security card as well, so make sure you have both forms of identification on you. Apparently I can't talk today. So make sure you have those 2 identifications on you. They'll go ahead and give you what they call an audition. If they feel like you might be a good fit for their club, they'll go ahead and give you an audition. And an audition is where you take whatever clothes you have, your dancer bag is what they call it, a dancer bag or a dancer suitcase or whatever, you know, the case may be, where you put all of your dancer clothes and lingerie in and your heels and stuff. They'll take you into a back room where they have all the other dancers that already work there, you know, changing out of their clothes to go perform on stage. They'll have you go back there to go ahead and switch out into an outfit of your choice that you have, that you own. Whenever you're ready, they'll take you out to a performing stage, an audition stage, for you to go ahead and get on, audition, and see if you make the cut. Now, if boss man or boss lady likes you, you'll get hired on right off the rip, and you might be able to work that same night. Now, most of the time, if you don't work that same night, most of the time it's because you just did not get hired on. If you do get hired on for a club and, you know, the bosses or the management do like you, they'll usually go ahead and have you dance right then and there, and, you know, have you help them make money for the night. Because that's really what it is for the most part, you know. The management, they're just looking for women who can help them, you know, come up with money, you know, to help them run their business in the clubs and whatnot. So now, the different types of clubs that you can go into, there are topless clubs, topless bars, where you keep your bottoms on. You always have a garter on, no matter what. Meet my cat, Sebastian. You always have a garter on no matter what, otherwise it's going to be known as prostitution. So those are your topless bars. They do sell alcohol as well. It's not any kind of BYOBs, meaning bring your own beer. There are all nude bars where you get completely naked on stage. They have alcohol where you can bring in, so BYOB, you buy your own. There's no alcohol sales in the state of Ohio if you do run an all nude bar. Like I said, it's where you get completely naked and you know, you entertain men. Yeah, your nude bars are BYOBs. Your topless bars, you buy drinks obviously in the club. A lot of clubs too, they will ask you to either wear a pasty or don't even bother wearing a pasty. Pasties are basically little stickers that you put on your nipple area to cover your nipples. Because obviously a lot of places don't want men to be touching on their nipples and, you know, putting on your sexual, whatever the word is, technically speaking. So yeah, you go ahead and do that, put pasties on. Some places do that. It's really good when places don't have to do that, because I'm not gonna lie, pasties are a pain in the ass to take off sometimes, and they hurt me sometimes, just depending on how strong the sticky grip is. Now, with the money that you make, it depends on your hustle. If you know how to talk to men, if you know how to, I guess, basically, if you know how to sell, you're good to go. Upsell is a really good thing. Selling your private rooms is where you're gonna get a lot of your money at. So basically, let's just do an example. So you do like a 15-minute private room for an example. You know, some people, they'll pay usually $100 to $150 for 15 minutes. Sometimes the dancer, you'll get 70% of that, or you'll get 60% of that, while the bar makes the rest. So, and also, you also make money through the stage itself. When you're dancing on stage. So your come-ups definitely are in your private rooms and on your stage. You can also make money from your alcohol drinks. They call dancer drinks. So if a customer comes in and, you know, you're sitting down, you're talking to him, and he's like, hey, I want to go ahead and buy you a drink. Okay, right? Let's say the drink is like $10 for an example, right? You're going to end up making $5 off of that drink while the bar keeps the other $5. So you can also go ahead and, you know, come up with drinks like that, come up with, you know, your money like that. If you are hired on as a new dancer, though, you need to keep this in mind. You have to pay to be there, and I cannot express this enough. You are leasing out a space for you to dance and make money. At the end of the night, you are most likely making more money than the club. The club relies on the dancers to help them make money, okay? So that being said, your tip out, it usually depends on what time you come in. So if you usually come into the bar when they first open, you typically only have to pay $25 to $30 to be there for the whole entire night. And for every hour that goes by, it's $10 added to it. So obviously, if you go in at 7 or 7:30, $25 to $30. 8:30, it's going to be about $35 to $40, and so on and so forth. So make sure you keep that in mind with your tip out. Now, like I said, don't be disencouraged to want to go dance if you're new. Don't be scared. Just be yourself and know how to talk to people.